before you say anything. Yes, I do know that the creepypastas I read have all been Viacom related. Sorry if it's getting repetitive. I'll try to switch it up in the next episode. Anyways, we are gonna be reading Lost Lojo Variation 3, Paramount 80s. This one's a tad bit longer than the previous two I've read, and this is the last entry in the Lost Lojo Variation series. Another disclaimer, this video will contain some disturbing content and horror imagery for those who have sensory issues. Now it's time to jump in. Have you heard about the Lost Paramount variant known as Zeus? If you didn't, then I will describe it as the best I can. The Paramount Lojo from 2003 was normal, but the sky was darker with dark gray to black clouds than usual. The Paramount text was golden, and at the end, a very loud boom, similar to a thunderclap, could be heard as the lightning struck the mountain, leaving a blackened trip on it. However, after 2 testers died from heart attacks, 3 testers jumped out of Paramount's windows and 1 tester got sent to an insane asylum due to mumbling something about Zeus being the devil. It was quickly scrapped and the original was scrapped. That's how the scrapped Zeus variant faded into obscurity. What if I told you, however, that there was another scrapped Paramount variant, which didn't give people heart attacks, but made them feel unsettled and frightened? Well, allow me to introduce myself and tell you all about it. My name is Arson, a worker buyer at the Paramount Pictures, and I will tell you about a lost Paramount variant named Hades. Now, where do I even begin? Hades was made by my fellow co-workers Brenda Harksteller and Stan Finford, who would later make the scrapped Zeus variant for the VHS and DVD of the already mentioned Lemony Snicket's movie V. Unlike the lost Zeus variant, the description and the only screenshot of this particular variant were the only remaining pieces of evidence. According to witnesses, myself included, and news articles, this variant was meant to be used for the 1997 film The Event Horizon, as hell was either depicted or mentioned, maybe both, in that said movie, and Hades is another word for hell. The trouble started when in 1996, me and my other co-workers were called into a test screening room, so we could view the variant and give out our opinions. Brenda and Stan then walked in with the tape of the Hades variant that was held in Stan's hand. The tape was red, similar to the VHS tape for The Hunt for Red October, and the label had the Paramount print logo in black, but the Paramount text was replaced with the word Hades in a typical Paramount font and the Viacom byline was removed. The female worker then greeted everyone by saying, "Good afternoon, everyone. We are glad that all of you have come here to this test screening room. Today, we have a very special surprise for all of you. It's the Hades variant of our company's iconic logo." Stan then said, "We wanted to test this screening, so you can give us your opinions on this logo. If you like the logo, then we may include it in our upcoming movie Event Horizon coming out next year. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this variant." Brenda turned on the TV while Stan inserted the VHS tape into the VCR before the two left, and thus began the viewing of Paramount's Hades variant. The variant begins with the normal 1995 logo, the one with a shot of a model of the iconic mountain, which was commissioned from Italian artist Dario Campanile, with a CGI lake in front of it and the light blue/yellow gradient sky behind it. About 3.9 seconds in, the jingle switched from the normal sound effects/music to an evil version, similar to those infamous Lojo horror remade videos that would be trending on YouTube in the late 2010s to early 2020s. While the sky slowly faded to a dark reddish pink/magenta color, tinting the clouds in that color. When the Paramount text was shown, the mountains behind the stars were lit on fire. It's like if some crew poured gasoline on the mountains and set them ablaze. Finally, as things couldn't get any worse, the fading in Viacom byline was now in a demonic font, as the flames began to rise and consume the stars, while loud, violent screams could be heard. We couldn't believe what we were hearing. Some of us were speechlessly shocked, while the others screamed and ran around the room in horror, begging for the nightmare to stop. Harksteller and Finford then walked back into the test screening room once the Hades variant faded to black and ended, finishing a traumatic experience none of us could even forget. The panicking co-workers then stopped screaming and went back to their seats. Brenda asked, "What's wrong? Are you worried?" "Dear God," I said, "that Lojo variant was terrifying. Even some of us were screaming." Brenda and Stan gasped in horror, before the latter said, "Oh, we didn't know. That wasn't supposed to happen." Well, inform our boss immediately. And just like that, the two employees took the tape out and reported this to the boss and showed it in the footage, scaring him as well. He also told them that they have to make a variant that will not scare the viewers immediately. In the end, the Hades variant was scrapped from the event horizon and instead, the variant with the camera zooming past the mountain and into outer space was used. How Paramount would cover this up is beyond my expectations and the least of my concerns. Similar to the first variant, which may have been the inspiration for the Paramount DVD logo, albeit more tamer, this group was a big mystery on what happened to Paramount's Hades variant. While some people say that it's a Mandela effect, others believe that it was just a faint idea that was rejected due to a poor focus group result. On September 1st, 2000, a prototype/promotional VHS tape of Blue's big musical movie was given out to parents in stores and VHS/home media sections who purchased all their Blue or any other Blue's Clues merchandise for only $12.50. When the families went home and the kids went to watch the VHS tape, it accidentally included the scary strap variant instead of the normal one. Needless to say, parents were outraged after their children got scared. They contacted the stores, Nickelodeon, and Paramount and complained about the Hades variant traumatizing their children. So the prototype/promotional Blue's big musical movie VHS was recalled and families were given the one with the normal 1995 logo. A day after the incident involving the first variant, Brenda and Stan, the same people that made the Hades variant for Paramount, left Paramount to work at Castle Rock Entertainment. Speaking of which, it turns out that Brenda and Stan created a Poseidon variant for the latter company in 2005, but it'll leave it up to someone else to cover it for me. Recently, the scrapped Zeus and Hades variants were dumped online by one of my Paramount co-workers, making them easy to find on the Internet Archive and YouTube nowadays. This table reminds you that not all variants are cheerful, while some horror variants aren't as scary as this, as it can be an even worse, creepier, and more terrifying kind of an unspeakable horror. Wow, that took longer than I was expecting. For the first time in this series, we made it up to the 7-minute mark, making this episode the longest in this series as of right now. But anyways, thanks for watching. I know we keep putting out new episodes every day, but there's so many creepypastas out there on some decent ones at that. But as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.